I actually started writing this about 30 years ago. Believe it or not, I think I told you.
Okay.
And I finished it probably about 25 years ago. Then my children were little. It was a whole different time period. I just loved romance. Everything about romance. I read romance, historical romance. I love historical romance movies. Braveheart is my favorite movie for a reason. I
Oh,
just love everything about it. This book was inspired. There was a made-for-TV movie. There's Ivanhoe. There's the book, of course, and then there's had several movies made off of. There was a made-for-TV movie, Ivanhoe, and that takes place in the same time period. And I think that sparked a little bit of the inspiration for this story, honestly. But back then, I took some writing courses. I always loved writing. I wrote poetry, had some poetry published and things, but I just was inspired. What if I had a story about a girl who was kidnapped? She was a noble, but she was kidnapped, didn't know she was noble, and it just started from there. And I started writing it, and I would get inspired. Well, it was funny. I kept a notebook by my bed because I would be, as you're falling asleep, you get ideas, you get scene ideas, you get some dialogue that pops in your head, or when you're in a shower, you know how that happens. You get inspiration in the weirdest places. You write it down. And so I had to do my research. Back then. There was no internet. I had no internet. I was at the library sitting, taking notes. I didn't even have a cell phone. So I couldn't take pictures of anything. I had to just sit there with the reference books that you weren't even allowed to take out. It was just a whole different world now.
oh
It's a whole
gosh.
different world now.
Old school.